What's up, guys? Welcome to the Sports 2.0 show. We're talking MLB. It's Thursday night, 7 p.m. You know what that means. Erik Neff, Aaron Aboodi. Aaron, it's all about the U. Aboodi, talking baseball, best night of the week. Aaron, how you doing, man?
I'm all right. A little rough day, you know. Not the best day going to the dentist, but my Yankees helped that out, and it's about to get a lot better talking about some baseball with you guys.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, you know what? Your teeth look pretty damn good right now, though. They did a nice job. There you go. Show me that smile. And then the Sports 2.0 content director, Mr. President, Erik Neff. How you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic. It was rainy and dreary here today, so I'm with Aaron. I had a dreary day, man. It was rainy and sad. My power legit went out, like legit. I know you're gonna laugh because there's an inside joke here, but it straight up went out earlier for a little while. That was not cool. But I'm excited to talk some baseball. Less excited to watch it because the Cardinals suck. But I am excited to talk about the other teams that don't suck.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you bring up the Cardinals. It's a perfect segue into our first topic. But before we get into that, though, we got to thank some people. 300 plus subscribers. Thank you so much. I'm convinced because Aaron Aboodi, it's all about the U Aboodi, since he joined the Sports 2.0 network video content team, we've got up to 300 subscribers. So shout out to everyone. Thank you so much. It's a huge milestone. Our first video reached 1,000 views today. Also, Parlay Power Hour, so that was cool. Subscribe to the Sports 2.0 network, please. Let's keep it going, guys. We're on the up and up. We're like Dogecoin or Bitcoin, whatever. We're going to the freaking moon. So keep it going, guys.
What? Like Doge?
Doge. I'm not into the crypto side of things, so that obviously could have messed up.
It's a soft G. Shit.
You know what? It could be. It probably is. Honestly, I'm probably gonna get ripped apart on Bitcoin Twitter or whatever if this clip makes it there. But you know what?
Crypto Twitter is gonna hate you. If this thing gets to crypto Reddit, you should just delete all your social profiles.
Let's keep it on MLB Twitter, okay? Because I don't want to get ripped apart by some crypto people. I already get enough tweets at me talking about why my baseball picks suck in the morning. So let's try to keep this off crypto Twitter, guys. Let's get right into our first topic of the night. We're talking about National League. So no better topic to talk about than Scherzer versus Girardi. Max Scherzer, Joe Girardi had a little run in the other night in the Phillies Nationals game. Girardi wanted Scherzer checked for foreign substances after he'd already been checked twice. And why would a pitcher ever do this on the night on his first start since the rule goes into play? I think it's crazy. What'd you guys think of this situation? We'll start with Aaron.
Yeah, I mean, pretty insulting of Girardi to go at Scherzer like that, especially after being checked 2 times already in the game, and in the middle of the inning where Girardi noticed Scherzer just scratching his head and playing with his hair, playing with his cap like any pitcher would do normally. And I guess Scherzer, reasonably so, didn't take too kindly to that. You know, he threw his glove down, he opened his belt buckle and said, I don't have anything. He lowered his hair for the umpire to check his hair. So yeah, pretty insulting. But I think what I would like to see the MLB do is get away from the umpires checking in the middle of the inning or after the inning. Why not take it elsewhere and do it in the dugouts or the bullpen? You know, I think a lot of people come to these games that are young and don't really understand exactly what's going on. And when they ask who a parent or whoever they're with who knows better about what's going on, is it such a good look that the answer is, well, they may be cheating? So yeah, I think that's something the MLB should definitely look into, is getting away from the in between innings or in actual play, and maybe do it in the dugouts or the bullpens away from everybody.
Yeah,
I tend to agree. I don't like the in between innings, and I'm not even sure I like the during the game. I would do it before the pitchers go into the game and after they're removed. Why not just universally do it at those 2 times to everybody? So we're not calling pitchers out. I don't like the idea of the managers being able to affect the game by asking for a spot check. Most of these spot checks, Girardi knew that that Scherzer had absolutely nothing. I mean, it was all gamesmanship. It was just to stop Scherzer from rolling, to throw him off his rhythm. And, in some situations, it's going to work. That being said, I think Joe Girardi's a little bit of a crybaby, and I loved his fake "I'll fight you" attitude. Like most baseball players have that, so I can't just call him out for that. Most baseball players are the most fake "I'll fight you" people ever. Not as fake "I'll fight you" as the NBA, but more fake "I'll fight you" than the NFL. It's kind of stick it in there somewhere. So, but that being said, I mean, Scherzer had every right to be upset when he walked off the field and stared Girardi down. I absolutely loved it. I love Scherzer's bulldog attitude, always have. And to prove that he did nothing wrong, I actually have Scherzer's glove and hat right here. There's absolutely nothing wrong with him. There was no substances in either thing. He's fine. He never put anything on baseballs. He's fine. There was nothing in there. There's nothing at all. So it's fine, guys. Quit asking for checks. It's freaking Max Scherzer. No, he's just that good. I felt the same when DeGrom got checked last week. Like, really? You're going to check the greatest pitcher of all time right now? Like, do you really think that's why he's the best? Like, nah, man, he's just that much better than you. I'd feel worse if they found nothing. Like, oh, no, we just suck, and he's really good. I see what's going on. It makes sense. I hate it.
I mean, I think it was a Bush League move by Girardi the other night. I think everyone thinks it was a Bush League move. But the MLB, the bottom line about this is it just showed that the MLB really needs to get a stance on this rules. I think, like you guys said, check them in the dugout, check them in the bullpen, maybe in the bullpen before they enter the game, have someone in the dugout checking them when they leave the game. You don't want to have the home plate umpire checking a pitcher at random points throughout the game. What happens if the home plate umpire blows a call and then he's got to go check the pitcher's glove? You think the pitcher, at least have a umpire in the field check him, not the home plate guy. So I think there's just so many flaws in this rule. But hey, I'm here for the whole Girardi Scherzer thing. I think it made the game pretty exciting the other night. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it did. I like heat like that. I like aggression. I don't want to see, the bullpens. I don't want to see the dugouts clear or anything every night, but like I said, I just have it out for Joe Girardi. So I enjoy anybody getting on Girardi's case.
Aaron, I feel like you're a Girardi guy. I mean, he's better than Booney.
Yeah, he brought us a World Series, that's for sure. But no, I wouldn't say I'm a Joe Girardi guy. I was definitely a 2009 Yankee fan, but I wasn't a Joe Girardi fan by any means. I think it was pretty good for the game. It was definitely entertaining to see Scherzer walk off that field and give Girardi the glare, and Girardi got out of his seat and followed it up. And people thought he was going at Scherzer, but he was actually going at he's K Long, someone he coached the 2009 Yankees team with. And he was saying, "Come on, K Long. Come on, K Long. Get your go." And so, yeah, I found it pretty entertaining.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was one of those moments. It does not. Me and Eric were talking about this right when it happened. It does not rank ahead of Joe Kelly throwing at Carlos Correa or striking out Carlos Correa, throwing at Bregman, all that stuff from a year ago. But it was pretty good. I had fun watching it.
Yeah, legend. Joe Kelly, legend.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like this, there's going to be a bunch more moments like this in the next couple of months that are testy. Like, you're going to see some pitchers get fired up for managers asking for checks. And I think you're going to see a ton of managers getting ejected, like record pace, the next couple of months.
Yeah, definitely. So we're going to transition here. We got to talk about Wander Franco. Wander freaking Franco lights it up in his debut for the Tampa Bay Rays against the Boston Red Sox. I was amazed with this guy's poise. I mean, he was 2 for 4, hit a home run, had a double, walked, did not strike out once, made some great plays in the field, ran the bases well. He did everything we thought he was going to do and then more. And the fact of the matter is he did it in a big game situation. This wasn't like it was the Detroit Tigers playing the Tampa Bay Rays and a game that didn't mean anything. This is a competitive American League East matchup. I mean, I was impressed. Nothing else to say about it. Aaron, what'd you think of Franco?
Yeah, I mean, that's all you can really say is that you're just impressed. You're just I'm mind-boggled at the fact that this guy's my age. He's an 01. What am I doing right here? Just waking up, doing the average day, writing a few articles, going to play around the golf. This guy is working out. He's
gotta work
around the world. He's posting high-profile Instagrams, one after the next. I mean, but yeah, he wasn't just great at bat. He was great in the field too, and I think the ceiling is pretty high for this guy.
Yeah, I mean, he showed up with a Lamborghini. I think he showed up in a Lambo. I feel like, yeah, he did, right? I mean, Eric, what'd you think of that? That's just like throwing it down. I'm the best ball player in the game. Let's go.
Aaron can't feel bad because you see athletes have this thing where they're like, just work. Nothing was given to me. Yeah, except for your 6'9", 280 solid muscle frame that you were born with. Like, you didn't just work to grow to 6'9" and be that muscular. Some of it is just born with it ability, and Wander obviously has it. This guy's going to be a stud. A lot of people kind of started talking about him living up to expectations the last few weeks before he got called up, which is with anybody. But I think he's one of those guys that sat number one for so long that people started, oh, he's going to be a bust. I'm tired of hearing about him. They were just tired of hearing about him. And then, of course, his first at bat, ends up 50 feet over the wall. And everybody's like, oh, no, I knew it the whole time. He was never going to be a bust. So, but it is exciting. I love seeing the top 5-10 guys get called up and just absolutely massacre people. I especially love Wonder because I have so many of his first Bowmans and all sorts of parallels. So one of those guys, man, he's going to make me rich. He's going to make me rich. His numbered to 5 first Bowman, this is a true story, a month ago, his numbered to 5 first Bowman in red sold for $198,000.
There you go. That's going to be you someday.
Before he ever played. Like his cards are selling for more than most Mike Trout rookie cards right now. It's crazy. It's craziness. So I hope this kid blows up. I love the Rays and what they seem to do with their talent down there. Of course, they end up trading it away, which I don't like. But the way they bring up their talent, the way they trade for talent is fantastic. They've just got to figure out how to keep it around longer down there.
Yeah, definitely. And now I had a little extra vested interest in these games the past 2 nights. I have an extra vested interest in the game tonight. I know I got my Marlins jersey on right here, but we're with Aaron. It's all about the Aboodi, so we had to rock the Miami. Plus, I love Trevor Rogers, so I wanted to get this on. But I love the Red Sox, so this was a little extra. I really paid attention to this game, especially with Franco. The thing that I was most impressed about was his ability at the plate to, his pitch selection or his, he did not swing at pitches out of the zone frequently. He walked a lot. He walked once in his debut. He walked twice last night, even though he was hitless. Just really impressive with plate discipline. If you guys had to pick one thing that he did well, what would you say it was? We'll start with Eric.
I was actually going to go to almost the exact same thing you said with plate discipline. I would say one thing is keeping that power. I mean, the first at bat ended up over the wall. That's impressive. Not just because it's his first at bat, but a lot of times, batting average translates, power doesn't. So it was great to see that power instantly translate into the majors, and I hope it sticks around.
I definitely think his ability to get on base is going to play a huge factor in his early seasons. I think that a lot of young players, it's hard to stay poised at the plate, with all the dramatic things going around you. And I think that in his debut, he did a great job of showing what he can do, not just at the plate, but in the field. The 3-step approach to the plate as the pitch is being delivered. I watched him do that time and time again. He looked like he'd been playing for a while in the MLB. He looked comfortable. He looked like he was at home, and I'm very excited to see what this guy's going to do for the Rays this season.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay doesn't get too much good press, any press. I mean, nobody cares about them until the World Series when they're, competing with big market teams. But Franco, I mean, he brought a lot of press to Tampa Bay last night. He had the cameras in his face. He's rolling up in a Lambo, and he just shows up, or 2 nights ago, and he just shows up and he delivers. That's the kind of player, and that just shows his maturity level. So, Aaron, you're a 2001 birth date. You think if you showed up with that, you had 100 cameras in your face, people wanted to interview you left and right, you think you could deliver at the plate like that?
Yeah. Oh, there's no question. Yeah. Me and Wander, we share a lot of similarities and in the way we carry ourselves, and yeah. I'm sure there's no issue stepping up to the plate with all those cameras in my face. No.
I can see that swagger. When we're on this show. Let me ask you a question. Do you think if you had to face 100 Jacob deGrom fastballs, do you think you would make contact with one pitch? Serious question.
That's a good question.
Yes, 100%. Okay, so here, 100%. Okay, wait. I'm explaining the stipulations of this. Okay, if I'm getting 100 straight Jacob deGrom fastballs, I know it's a fastball every single time it's coming. It's like a pitching machine. Okay, I'm gonna make contact once. I'm not saying it's gonna go into the field of play, but I will put the bat on the ball. I'm just gonna time it up. It's gonna happen.
If it were that easy, think about how like the major league hitters would be like, "I'm just gonna time it up."
Well, if I'm getting 100 straight fastballs, like it's not like he's mixing in a slide piece and a little curve. I mean, like he's giving me 100 straight. It's like it's like you're going on a pitching machine and you're getting 100. I know he's got a little more spin on the ball, but still, you're getting 100-mile-an-hour fastball. I bet by the last time I could bunt it at least.
You can't bunt. That's cheating. And also, you would not bunt because he's throwing 103 mile an hour, and you're not putting your fingers that close to that.
I'd hold it like this.
Oh, yeah, just
like a freaking lightsaber.
Okay, so do you think you could hit a ball easier or more difficult than, say, you were playing Steph Curry one-on-one and he drives to the basket 100 times? Could you stop Steph Curry one time from getting to the basket?
Yes, he would not be 100. He would not be 100 for 100 on me. There's no way. He's not a freaking if he's not shooting 90% against, or if he's like what, he's a 50% shooter, he's not going to make all 100 baskets on me. There's no way.
No, but he's going to get to the rim 100 times and make 98 of those.
But that wasn't the question. It was he going to make it every time. He's not. There you go. All right. So we're getting off.
That was just the question I saw on Twitter today, because everybody always likes to say that baseball is the easiest sport. And it just got me thinking about different things that would be, or, like trying to tackle Derrick Henry 100 times.
No, I would not. I wouldn't even try.
Yeah, it makes me think that football is the hardest, because there's no way all three of us could attempt to tackle Henry together 100 times, and I don't think all three of us could take him down. I'm quite
I would never be that. You know what? We're going to put a poll up on the Sports 2.0 Twitter page tonight saying, if you got 100 fastballs off Jacob deGrom straight, could you hit it? We'll see what people think about that. So make sure you guys head over to the Sports 2.0 Twitter page. We'll have that poll up there. And we got a little comment here. Wander Franco is baseball's next megastar from Grant. He wrote an article on baseballspotlight.com on that article. He was actually the second one to write a Franco article. I was the first, so just throwing that in there. But free press for baseballspotlight.com. So we're going to go to the Astros now. I'll start with Aaron. Aaron brought this story to my attention. A bettor places $2 million to win $22 million on the Astros to win the World Series. I mean, if you have the disposable income to do this, I think it's a smart bet. But Aaron, I don't know. What's your thoughts on this?
I mean, I agree with you. If you have the money to place a bet on the Astros to win the World Series, then why wouldn't you? I mean, with everything that's going on, with 10 games in a row that they've won, Greinke's been lights out, but obviously the real story has been the bats with Altuve, Alvarez, Correa, Brantley, like just name after name, Tucker, Toro. I mean, it's pretty remarkable. And I know they won it. They went in 2018, 2017.
2017, yeah, lost in 2018, yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it's a very solid bet. I mean, they cleared it. They've won in the past, so they have the experience. And then I was actually thinking about earlier today that, they must approach each game with the thought that that they're the most hated team in baseball, 100%. And maybe they play with that, a little revenge factor, get back at all the other teams that threw at them or that bashed on them, rightfully so, of course. What a disgrace they were to Major League Baseball. But no, I definitely think they have a solid chance at contending for the World Series this year.
Don't make them victims that are like playing for revenge. We cheated, won the World Series, and now we want revenge. That doesn't make any sense. I get what you're saying, though. And I think there is a lot of that, especially with like Bregman, Correa. I mean, those guys weren't happy with all the I won't call it slander because it was true and accurate. So all the truth talk to their face they don't appreciate the truth because they enjoy lying because they cheat and they suck. But anywho, I would say it's a fairly safe bet. If I were putting that amount on any team right now, it would definitely be the Dodgers, just because their pitching staff is amazing. However, you're not going to get those odds. You're not going to get 11-1 or whatever betting the Dodgers right now. I'm sure it's like 3-2 or something incredibly tiny. So I would say it's a pretty safe bet. It seems to me like this guy probably doesn't need the $22 million because he's betting $2 million on anything. So if he wants to call up Sports 2.0 Network, wire us some cash, we can pay some bigger athletes to be on our shows. That'd be fantastic. Maybe, hit us up. He probably got the idea from Tanner anyway, saying that you should bet the Astros to win the World Series last week. So really Tanner should get like a 10-15% of this. I'm for Tanner getting 10% of this. I'm just going to say it.
And you know what? It's going to hit too. I think the Astros do win the World Series this year. I think as scary as that sounds, I think it happens. And Aaron, I love the point you brought up about them playing like with revenge. This core from the 2017 team that cheated is still there. It is 100% still there. I know we talk about a lot of guys, not being there, but you got Correa, Gurriel. Gurriel still there? Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a ton of guys that are still there. I could go through them all with the roster, but they're playing with a chip right now. They want to win the World Series. They want to prove that they can hit the baseball without knowing what pitch is coming. Right. It was the same thing last year. That's why they were so angry. I mean, anytime you come back 3 games and tie a series up 3-3, you want to win game 4, obviously. But that's why they played so well last year down the stretch, is because we want to show people that we won with cheating and we can win without cheating too. And I think, they're the best team in the American League right now. There's no doubt about it. The Dodgers have shown that they are. The Dodgers shown that they can lose. The Padres have shown they can. Padres are in 3rd place in the National League West. I know they're coming off a sweep of the Dodgers, but they're still in 3rd place. The teams in the National League are better, but they're vulnerable. Astros win the American League, may have a chance against the National League. Who knows?
Yeah.
Definitely. You guys agree? So, are the Astros best team in baseball right now? Best team. We'll say American League first, then we'll go baseball. I'm assuming baseball. We're going to say no. So American League. Are they the best team in the American League, Aaron?
Yeah, I would go as far as saying they're probably the best team in baseball right now, with because I just don't know what the Giants are gonna do come playoff time. I don't know.
Nobody does.
Yeah,
nobody does. Yeah.
The Dodgers, obviously, you do know what they're capable of, and you do know what they bring to the table come playoff time with the experience in Kershaw and Muncy, Betts, like all the players that they have. But I guess, are they going to be able to stay healthy? That's up in the air. But, I think the Astros, like, their ability to put runs up on the board it's been pretty insane lately. They have a plus 60 run differential in the I'm not sure if I think it's just the month of June, but they won 10 straight. They've got things rolling down in Houston right now.
And I want to make a point here, too. They're doing it without Alex Bregman right now, which is even scary. I mean, Alex Bregman's probably a future MVP in this game, which is a little scary. So, Eric, are they? So, Aaron thinks they're the best team. They could be the best team in baseball. I feel like his power rankings could have them number 1 when they come out this week. I don't know. But, Eric, do you think they're the best team in the American League, 1? And do you think they're the best team in baseball, 2?
Well, they came out like an hour ago, but I haven't read it yet. So, I don't know what.
Yeah, we have them at number 1 this week.
You have at number 1. I would have them at number 2 still to the Dodgers, because I still believe the Dodgers will get healthier, come together a little more. They have a better pitching staff. However, in the AL, I don't think anybody's really close to the Astros right now. I think there are several teams that have the offensive talent to get there in the next few years, with the Yankees and the Blue Jays. Even the Rays. I mean, there's several other AL teams that can get to the level the Astros are at offensively. I'm waiting for them to get it together still, and it's getting pretty late here. So I would have to say the Astros have the edge in the AL, but I would still give the Dodgers a slight edge in a 7-game series against the Astros.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree with that too. And that's why I hate power rankings. I don't hate your power rankings, Aaron, but I hate power rankings because MLB, I don't even look at the MLB power rankings anymore because they suck. But the Dodgers, coming off a sweep of the Padres, or getting swept by the Padres, they're never going to be 1 on the power rankings. Just not going to happen. But are the Dodgers better than the Padres? Probably, yes. On paper, they are. So that's why I hate power rankings. I mean, we've had who's a really bad team that we've had? We've had teams that are really bad in the top 5 of MLB power rankings this year because they had a good week. Like, that's just stupid. That's my opinion. I don't know if you guys have any. Aaron, you write power rankings, so you probably can speak to this a little bit. But
right, like people are sometimes really high on the Mets because they go through these little runs periods of time where it's DeGrom, Stroman, Taijuan Walker, and they win 3 in a row, and all of a sudden they're in the top 5. But are they going to keep that going? How much are they going to keep that going? I mean, we saw they took a little bit of a hit with their rotation. I saw Stroman go down, but I think he'll be all right. They just got McNeil back, so that'll be good. And I think we're finally starting to see Lindor get the back going.
Yeah, he's dialing in right now. It's fun to watch for sure. And the other biggest news out of New York is Polar Pete's defending his home run derby title, which, I mean, nobody really, we care about that, but like, it doesn't matter in the scheme of the season. Obviously, Mets are still not going to do anything. But Eric, actually, you know what's funny? You know what's really funny? I thought about like bad teams that have been in the top 10 of power rankings this year, and the Cardinals have been in the top 10 of the power rankings, it just shows that it was obviously a mistake because they are playing horrendous right now.
We were really hot in May, man. We got really hot for like 3 weeks there and ended up like 8 games over 500 and way out in front in the NL Central, and then just fell apart. This team's not good. John Mozeliak seems to be chanting on about 2022 already, so I don't think he's looking to get any better, which is crazy to me. I would at least shake things up. I would fire Schilt. I'd fire Jeff Albert. Jeff Albert should have been fired 1.5 years ago. I mean, it's crazy. Like, we get it, Jeff Albert. You were a fantastic pitching coach whenever you instructed a chubby dude in center field to beat on a trash can so the Astros would know what pitches were coming. You can't do that anymore. Now you're a terrible hitting coach. There's nothing. I don't make the rules. I just observe them and see what happens. And that's exactly what I see. Jeff Albert is terrible. I also kind of think that people put way too much on hitting and pitching coaches in general in the major leagues. Like, let's not be naive here. Like, they can't take at bats for you. They can only tell you to practice patience and discipline at the plate. They can only show you a few things. That's all they can do. I mean, they're not going to teach you a strategy that reinvents your entire career or anything up there. However, that being said, you name the good hitter since Jeff Albert has came in contact with them. They have Paul DeYoung. Look at 2019, Paul DeYoung, 30 home runs. And just straight decline since then. Goldie, straight decline since he's been here. Arenado, decline since he's been here. Everything that Jeff Albert touches turns to a big old pile of doo-doo, okay? It don't work. It ain't working. Ain't working here in St. Louis, man. So something has to be done. They have to at least try to shake things up, whether you're going out and making huge moves at the trade deadline and trying to add or anything like that. You don't have to necessarily do that, but at least show the franchise you're trying to win and fire your manager. Fire your manager.
All right, so we got Eric, Cardinals fan. Eric says, fire Mike Schilt. We got a comment up here. Let's see if that's about the all right, Rachel's got the poop emoji there.
Yeah, it's about doo-doo. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what Mike Schilt deserves. You know what? The Cardinals are a bad team. That's no surprise there, but they got to make a decision to finally get back on top because they are in a market that they can do that. You got Nolan Arenado. You got guys that can play. And you know what? They're kind of similar to the Yankees. I mean, the Yankees are a little better, obviously, but the Yankees are struggling right now. I know, Aaron, it's all about the Aboodi's a big Yankees fan. He thinks it's going to be a race. I have proclaimed multiple times that the Yankees will be sitting home like me in September or in October watching playoff baseball. But Aaron does not think that is the case. Why?
I don't want to hear it because Gary Sanchez is back.
Talk about Gary freaking Sanchez.
Voit is back.
He's in a rehab stint.
Luke Voit won today.
Yeah, he came back yesterday.
Voit just played yesterday. I just saw a picture.
He had a home run yesterday.
We got to do it more than one day, man. Come on.
He almost did too. He almost walked it off with a home run, but it went off the wall. It was his first career.
All right, so now we got DJ leading off, Judge, Voit, Stanton, and Gary Sanchez.
The Savages, baby.
He's hit eight home runs in his past 23 games. I mean, he was getting booed at Yankee Stadium this year and in previous seasons, and it looks like Yankee fans are, including me, are actually finally getting what we hoped for in this guy. And season after season, Aaron Judge hosts a press conference where he says, "You guys got to see what Gary Sanchez can do. He's going to be the MVP this season." And time after time, we've been let down. But right now, he's raking it in. He went 3 for 5 today he had another home run today, launching at 421 feet. But
I didn't care to watch that game. You know who they were playing, right? The Royals. Yeah. The Royals. Come on, let's beat some American League East teams. Let's not beat the freaking Royals.
We took 2 versus the A's, and we got first appearance in Fenway this upcoming weekend. So we'll see how legit they really are. But they can close the gap big time here now, because whether you realize it or not, they're only 4 games back behind the Red Sox in first place, and they play them right now in Fenway, so they can definitely close the gap pretty quickly.
Why do Yankees fans you guys only like Derek Jeter and like Bernie Williams? And every year's like everybody else is terrible. Boo everyone. Everyone was horrible.
Big day boos.
Just Bernie and Jeter. That's all I want. I don't understand it. But I do think the Yankees. I do not think the Yankees will be sitting at home in the playoffs. I also think that they will sneak back up into things and make things a little more exciting here. They're still easily the most talented offensive group in that division. They just I've seen it. You've seen it a million times. That no one's hitting at the same time. Gary gets hot, and then he'll cool back off, and then Judge gets hot, and then he'll cool back off, and then Stanton has his week. They just can't all seem to find their time together. And when they do, I do think you'll see a bit of an explosion out of them.
Yeah, and Aaron, I'm going to say right now, I am a Red Sox fan, but nothing would make me happier than to see the Savages crawl back into this division race. And there's nothing better than American League East in September when the Red Sox and the Yankees are competing for the division. There's nothing better than that. I want that to happen. They just have not impressed me yet this season. I hope they do. I love the Savages. I love Aaron Boone's Savages. I love when they're good. It's good for baseball. It's just not happening right now, man. We got to be better over a longer period than a couple weeks, man.
Well, let's see. Give some time. I think the Yanks are capable of putting a little run together.
Mm-hmm. I do too, for sure. I'm scared about it, but I want it to happen. I'm not confident it's going to happen because it hasn't.
Baseball is better when they're better.
Yeah. Baseball's better when the Red Sox are good, the Yankees are good, the Dodgers are good, the Padres are good, the Astros are good, Cardinals suck, so they're never good. But baseball's better when the big market teams are good. I mean, look at this year. No one's good in the American League. Like, Eric, who's a good team in the American League? Legit good.
Just the Astros.
Just the Astros, right?
That's all I got. I mean, I think at this point you probably have to throw the Rays in there, but still on paper they don't look anywhere near as good as the Astros. So,
yeah, Aaron, who's good? Who's legit good in the American League right now at this point in the season?
Is just the Astros. I want to say you want to say the White Sox, but
can't say the White Sox.
You just can't, because time and time again they're just letting you down. They're losing to bad teams. They're being outscored big time. They get swept every now and then. They just got they took a sweep to the Astros, but I just say the Astros are a legit team in the American League.
Yeah. The only thing you have to know about the White Sox is they have the easiest schedule in baseball. They beat up on all the bad teams. And I was thinking too, the White Sox for their interleague games get the NL Central.
Yeah.
It's like you playing bad teams in the AL Central, you're playing bad teams in the NL Central, and the American League's really not that good. It showed when they played the Astros. The Astros they blew them off the field, and they beat them when they had to make plays. Now that's all you got to know there. Right? It's disappointing. I want to see the Yankees get good because baseball is more fun when the Yankees are good. So guys, that does it. Any final thoughts for tonight's show?
No, we'll see you guys next week. Talk some more baseball.
Damn right, Aaron. It's all about the U.
The Cardinals are going to win a game this week. I'm confident in that. They're going to win at least one game, and we're going to talk about that the whole show next week because that's all I have to latch on to in my life.
We didn't talk about them getting swept by the Tigers. We could do that if you want.
We don't need to. I can guarantee you the inside of 0 Cardinals pitchers' hats look like this with the spider tack. I can guarantee you, if they are cheating, holy cow, are we about to get bad at baseball? So, but no, I'm excited for next week, and can't wait for next week's show, guys.
Yes, sir. So that does it, guys, for tonight's episode of the Sports 2.0 show, a little baseball talk. 300 plus subscribers, guys. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. We're going to keep going. We're going to the mood like Dogecoin. Clip that, put that in crypto Twitter so I don't get murdered by a crypto person tonight. So that does it, guys, for today's episode of the show. Hope everyone has a great night. I will be back on tomorrow morning for MLB Daily Picks, and for more baseball content, make sure you head over to baseballspotlight.com. Have a good one.